Right now this morning, road work ahead. Next, why lacrosse drivers may want to give themselves a little extra time to get to work this morning. And the Hoppiness Project. Ahead, how one nursing home is using hops harvesting to help improve their well-being.
Plus, we have patchy to dense fog out there right now, so take it slow this early morning as you're heading on out. When I come back, we'll talk about the snow that's on the way.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm Allison Fergit in for Alexandra.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
Today is Monday, December 16th, and I have to say I stayed up late to watch the Packer game, but luckily it didn't bite me too much because I didn't have to wake up super early to start my car like I did last week. It's a little bit of a heat wave right now.
It's a little bit of a heat wave right now. Hey, did the Packers win by chance?
They did.
Oh, wow.
It was really great to beat the Seahawks. We'll talk more about that later.
All right, well, on the way here. Let's get into it here. Not the Seahawks over by Vertigo, right? Or Vertigo, was that what it's called? All right, so we get into it. Dense fog out there right now. It's supposed to last until about 9 a.m., but I suspect it's going to linger a little bit longer because it's so cold out there right now with temperatures in the 20s and the 30s right now. Eventually, we'll still see that colder air kind of linger because of the colder, damper air on the ground as well. Light snow out there for this next couple of days, for tomorrow going into Thursday, where we'll see maybe about a 40 to 50% chance for Tuesday, and then get about a 70% chance for Thursday. But for now, that's the dense fog that's out there. You can see it kind of slowly but surely lingering out. The winds right now are about 8 to 10 miles per hour, and they're tracking out of the southwest currently. As we get into it here, you're looking at right now, that is Toma, near Toma, so we're looking at closer to Eau Claire. You're seeing a little bit of fog out there right now. You can see in some of the lights, holding on to at least patchy to dense fog this morning. That will linger, as I mentioned, so take it slow. Then we get into that low chance of snow, as I mentioned as well, and that's going to kick up later on today, getting up by I-90. It's probably going to get by Ladysmith and Wausau. All right, so we've got the fog and low cloud activity that's dense. You're going to see some of the locations here, 5 miles visibility, holding on to 3 miles visibility as you go from Ladysmith down into areas by Black River Falls. And here in La Crosse, we are at least getting into about 3 miles visibility with 1 mile down by Viroqua. Back to you.
41-year-old Raymond Duke is heading to court today after a 6-year-old was accidentally shot in Elgin, Minnesota back in June. The 6-year-old suffered serious injuries to the abdomen and arms and was sent to the hospital. Duke faces possession of a firearm, 3 counts of endangerment of a child by firearm access, and negligent storage of a firearm a child can access. 2 were found dead at a home just north of Chautauqua. According to the Barron County Sheriff's Office, deputies were called to a residence for reports of a woman not moving in a pool of blood yesterday. Upon arrival, the woman was found dead outside of the residence. A deceased man was also found after a search of the home. Deputies say they responded to the house in September for a domestic disturbance. Names of the victims have not yet been released. The Eau Claire Police Department is investigating a fatal stabbing that happened at the Do Dodge Inn on Saturday. According to police, a 911 call came in just after 6 p.m. reporting a stabbing inside the bar. Responding officers performed life-saving measures on the victim, who was later taken to a local hospital where they later died from their injuries. Police have arrested a suspect, and officials confirmed this was an isolated incident. ECPD says more information will be released as it becomes available. 1 person is dead after a car accident in the township of Auburndale. Law enforcement say they responded to a 2-vehicle crash on U.S. Highway 10 around 5:40 p.m. on Friday. The initial investigation shows that a passenger car with 2 occupants was heading north when it failed to stop at a stop sign and was struck by a utility vehicle. Both drivers were taken to Marshfield Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries, while the passenger in the car was pronounced dead at the scene. The accident is still under investigation. The list of states with reported drone sightings now includes New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and Virginia. State and local police are trying to investigate the aircraft, but they don't have the authority to counter them. They could change under proposed legislation, as Amy Kiley reports.
We need from Congress additional authorities to address the drone situation.
Calls are growing for new federal legislation to address drones. That's as several northeastern states now report unexplained sightings.
It can't be the Wild West of drones out there in Jersey or anywhere else.
The Homeland Security Secretary says he has deployed technology and personnel to New Jersey. That's where the reports began. New Jersey State Police are trying to track the aircraft, but only certain federal agencies have the authority to shoot them down.
We want state and local authorities to also have the ability to counter drone activity under federal supervision.
Democrats appear to support letting police do more about drones with limitations. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he's going to co-sponsor legislation to, quote, give local law enforcement more tools for drone detection. Some Republicans say they're frustrated the public isn't receiving more information about recent sightings. Federal officials say they have no evidence of a safety or security risk, but President-elect Donald Trump's pick for national security advisor says the drones show gaps between agencies.
We need to take a hard look at our homeland defenses. We need to have an all-of-the-above protection of U.S. airspace.
An Israeli strike on Gaza's civil defense office kills at least 5 people, including an Al Jazeera journalist. Al Jazeera has condemned the attack, saying the journalist was, quote, brutally killed while covering the civil defense's attempt to rescue a family. Meanwhile, the Israeli military claimed the office was used as a, quote, command and control center by militants. The civil defense stressed that it has no political involvement. Lawmakers are wrapping up the year in Washington as they prepare to recess later this week, and President-elect Donald Trump's picks for his new administration are making use of every last moment to shore up support. Naomi Rookham tells us how the president-elect is spending his final weeks before his second inauguration.
President-elect Donald Trump spent his weekend playing politics at the 125th annual Army-Navy football game in Maryland. He was joined by congressional leaders, along with many of his controversial cabinet nominees, including Pentagon pick Pete Hegseth. It comes as the president-elect amps up public appearances ahead of his second inauguration next month, while his nominees hit the halls of Capitol Hill for a final round of meetings before recess. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Trump's pick for Health and Human Services, will start his visits with top congressional leaders today. Within weeks, Democrats and Republicans alike will have to vote on their futures.
I voted for a number of the past Trump nominees for many different jobs. I looked at them and decided if I thought they were qualified and could they perform the mission of the agency and did they have integrity. That's what has to happen here.
This week, President-elect Trump turns his attention to foreign diplomacy, hosting a dinner at Mar-a-Lago for the widow of slain Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe.
President Trump is taking all calls. As you know, he believes in having a relationship with allies and adversaries at that kind of head of state level.
Trump's cohorts say diplomatically he plans to keep an open mind.
Drivers who live near Grandad Bluff may need to take some extra time to get to work this morning. Bliss Road will be closed between 29th Street and Grandad Bluff Road this morning. That's according to a release. Crews are expected to be replacing guardrails along Bliss Road until Wednesday. A detour route will not be posted during the closure. The Cooley Region Humane Society is looking for foster families. Yesterday, the group held an informational session for anyone interested in fostering animals that aren't suited for a shelter environment. The shelter is offering an open space for people to ask questions and learn more about why fostering is so important for animals. Foster families can offer more individualized training and socialization for animals, oftentimes giving them a better chance to succeed when they reach their forever home.
Been one of the best things that we've ever done, we've done mostly cats, but taking in a kitten that's not doing well, watching them get healthy, and then watching them go to a forever home where they're loved and get to grow up and live a normal cat life is amazing.
If you're interested in fostering, you can fill out an application on the Cooley Region Humane Society's website. We have that link on our digital platforms. Still ahead on your morning news, buy now, pay later services are increasing in usage over the holidays. England is getting worried that Guinness has become so popular it will run out of the drink, and the price of YouTube TV's monthly subscription is going up. And how watching holiday movies could help inspire your financial future. That and more coming up this morning. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. The New York Metro is helping give riders a blast to the past by reusing cars from the 1930s and 70s as part of its Holiday Nostalgia Rides program. 8 cars decorated with decor and furniture and friendly passengers from their respectable eras are taking part in the program to help teach riders about how the subway system has changed in its 120-year history. And as you begin to wake up this morning, we leave you with a quick wake-up call with the city that is home to the headquarters of both Berkshire Hathaway and the Union Pacific Railroad, Omaha, Nebraska. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
At By God from Rhodey, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By God from Rhodey, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com or pick them up at Sue Colby's Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
For over 5 decades, Jim's Truck and Trailer in Winona has been your solution for everything transportation related. In 1971, my dad Jim recognized truckers and families needed a reliable partner who will have their vehicle road ready. Still family owned and operated, our mission has never wavered. Whether your ride is a truck and trailer, auto transportator, charter bus, or RV, Jim's Truck and Trailer's fleet of ASC certified technicians can handle any issue or upgrade. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks, repair, refinish, remarkable.
'Tis the season for mistletoe and holly, for decorated trees and presents and celebration of the good news. I bring you holiday greetings from the Board Store family. Our wish and prayer for you is for a very Merry Christmas and a new year filled with many blessings. If you need a break from all the holiday busy, stop at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse and wander through our 8 historic buildings. You will discover lots of ideas for improving your home in the new year. The Board Store Home Improvements, improving your home, improving your life.
Hey, it's Reed and Chelsea.
We got a message from Mr. Bobby Bones.
Hey everybody, Bobby Bones here. I just want to say thank you for listening to the Bobby Bones Show. We got some ratings back and we are the #1 morning show, 18 to 49, right here in La Crosse. So thank you so much for listening to the Bobby Bones Show, for listening on Kicks 106.3. We hope to be your friends in the morning. And if you know somebody that hasn't checked us out, tell them, let them know. And again, thank you so much.
Kicks 106.3.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford SUVs, including Escape, Bronco Sport, and Explorer. Get holiday ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford SUVs. That's how you get holiday ready. Now, lease a 2024 Ford Bronco Sport for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
The lawyer you choose makes a difference because you get this one chance to get this right, and you want somebody that's going to fight for you and get you the resolution that you need. I'm so glad that I called BGR.
Well, good morning to you. Welcome back. The fog is here, and I'm sure you're going to be getting out on the road soon, so please take it easy this morning. It's going to be widespread dense fog this early morning. We're also looking at mild conditions and low chance of snow working up along I-90, getting towards Ladysmith and possibly Wausau. That'll happen later on this afternoon. Getting into flurries, then snow, not out of the question for Tuesday and Thursday, but today we could see a little light sprinkle sneak into the picture as we go right into, say, about 9 o'clock to about 11 o'clock. Maybe ending around 1 o'clock this morning, and that's going to be mostly south of us right now. City cams showing a little bit of patchy to dense fog. Some of that fog is already cleared right now because we have the winds that are about near 10 miles per hour that are kind of blowing here and then kind of pushing that out of the area. Now, that being said, take a look what's going on. This is near Toma. A little bit of fog out there right now. It's kind of difficult to see, but you can notice that the roadways are still a little bit wet out there. Cold temperatures are on the way. It feels like it's already in the 20s up there in Eau Claire, so we could see some fog and low cloud activity, not to mention maybe some ice starting to develop on the roadway, so please be careful. This fog will linger till about 1 o'clock, as I mentioned, and then that low chance of those that shower mix. We're also seeing, here's the dense fog for you, and it's supposed to expire around 9 o'clock, at least the dense fog advisory will, but you're going to see we're pretty much in 5 to 6 mile per hour visibility out there by La Crosse, 3 miles of visibility, same for Black River Falls, 2 for Wisconsin Rapids, Volkfield, so we have a lot of areas right here by Viroqua down to Prairie du Chien that are just about to turn into dense fog if they aren't already in some areas. We'll also see as we go through the morning hours, through the 6 o'clock, all the way to the 8 o'clock hour, fog is still with us, dense fog in some areas. You can see it all the way down from Ladysmith down to Lansing, as well as all the way down to Boscobel. That fog continues to break down once we get deeper into the 11 o'clock hour. La Crosse gets out of the dense fog, but finally by the time we get in the 1 o'clock hour, some of those areas are starting to get out of the dense fog. When I come back, I'll have all the forecast information for you, just to let you know how this all plays out over the next couple of days. Stick around.
A new way to shop is gaining popularity. More Americans are using buy now, pay later services. Some people are turning to this plan to avoid accumulating massive credit card debt. A new report shows consumers spent nearly $1 billion using buy now, pay later on Cyber Monday. That was a record amount for a single day. Experts caution that while these services can offer flexibility, they also carry financial risks, especially if consumers miss paying back what they owe. It's the top-selling beer in England, and now some people are concerned Guinness has become so popular, pub owners may face a shortage. One pub owner says this year he's already sold double the amount of Guinness that he did 2 years ago. The beer's parent company has told some pub owners it would set limits on Guinness to ensure distribution can last through the holiday season. The price of YouTube TV subscription service is going up. YouTube TV sent an email notifying customers it will be raising its prices by $10 starting in the new year. Beginning January 13th, the price for a base plan subscription will go from $72.99 per month to $82.99 per month. A YouTube spokesperson said for new members, the new price will go into effect right now. And it's that time of year where you may have your favorite holiday movies on repeat. And while these can spark joy, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce believes watching one could be good for your financial future. Maribel Gonzalez tells us how.
Whether it's the iconic Christmas comedy Elf.
Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town. Santa! Oh my God!
Or a Christmas Story. Holiday movies like these draw viewers back year after year. And there's a reason for that, says Variety editor Emily Longaretta.
There's something really comforting about knowing an ending is going to be a happy one.
But look past the mistletoe and holiday cheer, and Jeanette Mulvey from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says in certain festive films, you can find some savvy financial lessons.
If you watch Christmas movies, so many of them, small businesses play a character in the movie.
In Hallmark's Christmas in Love, a small-town baker fights against plans to modernize her business.
Automation is the key.
Sometimes you have to look beneath the surface.
Showing that it's the people who make her business successful.
That intimacy between the business and its customers and its community tends to be the thing that helps small businesses really stand out and succeed.
In others, like Cranberry Christmas, the lesson is following your passion can lead to success.
So you co-founded and run your lifestyle brand. I'm Mary Lane with your husband, Gabe.
Another lesson this festive season, watching one of these films could spark new ideas.
If you have a business that you would like to start, go for it. You will regret for the rest of your life if you do not try.
And an important note, don't quit your job while trying to start your own business. It's best to consult with a financial expert to help you get started. And that's a look at your consumer news. We're going to send it over to Art to see our forecast. Art, what do you have in store for us?
All right, starting out without a fog. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I can't see it. Dense fog out there right now. Holding on to that as we go through the morning hours. That fog is going to be right across downtown areas of La Crosse as well, getting into Eau Claire, getting all the way to Ladysmith, and of course all the way down to the south, Boscobel, as well as Prairie du Chien, all in the dense fog this morning, and we'll continue on. We do have a slight chance, though, of getting into a little bit of light sprinkles cutting across the area south of La Crosse, but getting just north of areas right by it's not Ladysmith, but of course Prairie du Chien. We'll see that in a bit as well. Light snow possibly popping in the forecast as we go into Tuesday, as well as the possibility of Thursday. We may see even some snow well up to the north there, getting by Ladysmith, and I'll show you that in a second. But that's your dense fog. You can see how widespread it is. Eau Claire is not in the dense fog advisory, but they are going to be dense fog possibly later on, according according to our fog tracker. Holding on to 5 to 6 miles visibility there. Down to the south, you can see areas at least for Viroqua, 1 mile of visibility, 3 miles visibility for La Crosse. We have a little bit of wind kind of tracking from the east to the west, and that may kind of help us out a little bit. We'll see also as we get into it, the current temperatures 30s widespread. How it feels on your skin though, well, you can see it feels like it's about 35 in La Crosse, not too much change there. But you get up to Eau Claire and Ladysmith and it's much colder on your skin. In fact, 35 degrees there, La Crosse, and of course it feels like temperature the same. The winds are actually out of the southwest now. We'll get to 35 degrees or so for Eau Claire under cloudy skies, and the cloudiness will linger all the way through the day for us as well. 27 degrees it feels like over in Eau Claire. Man, that is cold. In fact, we'll also see La Crosse holding on to the clouds, as I mentioned, with the fog in the morning, and it says it's getting out of the way, but I suspect we'll keep that fog because of the moisture that's on the ground right now, and it's going to keep the surface a little bit colder, even though we're going to be getting into the 40s today. Eau Claire holding on to the 30s widespread right through the into the afternoon, so you're going to be seeing that as a possibility of some lingering fog. We've got temperatures today, 36 in Ladysmith, Eau Claire, just around 37, La Crosse, 41 degrees. You'll see more of those low 40s as you go down to the south, and those winds coming out of the southwest as well, still south-southwest. You're going to see all the way up here, we're on the periphery, the top periphery or the northern periphery of this little moisture kind of sneaking in. That's where we may get a little touch of that light rainfall. As you cut into it, you're going to be seeing some of that pop up. First, the clouds open up. You can see all the way from Decorah, getting up to Sparta, possibly with that light moisture, finishing out the late morning hours. Then it kind of tracks a little bit more so by Wisconsin Dells. Then up to the north, there's the snow. It is a mix of rain and snow, picks up by Ladysmith, kind of brushes them, and continues on all the way to Wausau as we go through the day. Also, we're looking at conditions to be a little bit on the drier side after that is finished, but we're seeing temperatures in the 30s for your evening commute, so as you're heading home. Also, the possibility of a little snow on the way for Tuesday, and that's about a 40 to 50% chance. As we go into how the forecast looks for you to finish out, we're looking at the possibility of conditions to go like this: 41 degrees today and the mild, 34 for tomorrow, so we're back in the cold. More cold continues as we go to finish out most of the week, and we finish all the way out back into cold going into next week as well. Be safe out there and have a wonderful day.
All right, thank you, Art. You may have heard that having a beer can help you relax, but what about growing it? Ahead, we'll look at how one nursing home is using this craft activity to help improve the well-being of its residents.
Coming up on the Blitz, the Packers were looking to snap the 4-game win streak of the Seahawks and get to double-digit wins in the season. And hear from Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell as his side gets ready for a Monday Night Football matchup tonight with the Bears.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
The holidays and Chevy Silverado and off-road adventure and towing with confidence and tech you can count on. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
If you've been hurt in an accident, you need the experienced attorneys of Schwabel, Getz & Sieben.
After the accident, hiring Schwabel, Getz & Sieben was one of the best things I ever did.
They were thorough, compassionate, and just really made us feel at ease right away.
Jim always had a plan. He was always very thorough.
It was phenomenal, the level of service that I received.
I highly recommend Schwabel, Getz & Sieben. They're the best.
Representing accident victims for over 50 years, Schwabel, Getz & Sieben.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
Happy holidays from Big Nevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Train dealer.
For the Blitz, well, the home team had won the last 10 matchups when the Packers and Seahawks had met up entering last night. And Seattle entered the game playing well, victorious in their last 4 games. Jordan Love and the guys ready to snap that Seahawks win streak, and they would make a statement right off the bat. Josh Jacobs is in from a yard out to go up 7-0. Then later in the quarter, the Pack threatening again. Love finds Romeo Doubs across the middle. He fights his way into the painted area to increase the away side's lead. Packer defense, they came to play yesterday. Here's one of their 7 sacks, this one courtesy of Devontae Wyatt. And then in the fourth quarter, the Seahawks looking for a big comeback, and rookie Edgerrin Cooper, that guy's got other ideas. He made Sam Howell into an ill-advised throw and takes it inside the Seattle 30-yard line. And here is your dagger. It's Love. He's going to be surveying the field, going across the middle to Doubs once again. If it worked once, why not again? Packers pick up a statement win on national television, 30-13 the final from Lumen Field, moving their record to 10-4 on the season. Tonight, it's a battle of a couple NFC North teams from Minneapolis as the Vikings are set to host the Bears. Minnesota have won their last 6 games, including a 30-27 victory in overtime against Chicago back on November 24th. In that game, Caleb Williams threw for 340 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Viking defense. Head coach Kevin O'Connell knows that side of the ball will have to be ready against the rookie quarterback.
The more and more you watch him, you can tell he's getting comfortable, on that NFL time clock of rhythm and getting the ball out as he progresses with his feet and eyes. So Caleb's improving. He's a super talented player, and going to be a challenge for sure to defend on Monday night.
With a win, Minnesota would move to 10-2, the same record as the Detroit Lions, and those two teams are set to face each other in Week 18. Should be a good one happening here tonight. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a sporty new Civic, spirited Accord, fun to drive HRV, and versatile CRV. So don't wait. Turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience. The gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com or pick them up at Sue Colby's Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
It's so cold.
I guess I should have called G&T Heating before the furnace went bad. Quite silly, really, with all the things that can go bad with a furnace. Plug vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, the filter. Should have called G&T sooner.
My fingers are freezing. They're numb.
Oh, take my extra pair of gloves.
Extra gloves?
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Happy holidays from Bignevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Train dealer.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
In your morning medical news, C-sections performed during labor may be associated with recurrent preterm birth and mid-trimester loss in pregnancies that follow. Researchers at King's College in the UK say cervical damage may be the culprit. They say more research is needed to determine how the cervix may be damaged during the procedure and how to minimize that. Where you live could impact how much you walk. A study published in the American Journal of Epidemiology found a 55% increase in neighborhoods' walkability results in about 23% more walking. That's about 19 minutes a week for a resident. Walkability was determined by the density of people, roads, and desirable destinations like shops and restaurants. When it comes to mental health, nursing home residents over in Britain are taking a glass half full approach, a pint glass in this case. They're harvesting hops for beer to boost their well-being. CBS's Tina Cross reports from London.
Adding hops into beer is kind of like making the perfect cup of tea.
This is the day these seniors have been waiting for, visiting their local brewery in Bristol, England, to learn how hearty hops help brew the best beer.
Oh, well, that was interesting. It really was.
They've spent months growing hops in the gardens of their care homes, taking part in the Hoppiness Project, getting their hands dirty and enjoying a pint in the process.
Everything is different for everyone. It might be the smell of like rubbing your hands through compost, potting up hop cuttings, good therapeutic tool all around.
We had one lady who couldn't see, so just being around the people and smelling the hops, it was really great.
And this beer is the result of their bumper hop harvest, aptly named Backyard Bounty.
What do you make of your beer, Sylvia? Well, it's not as good as Northern beer, but it's fine.
While Sylvia Crowther says she wouldn't necessarily order it at a bar.
No, I like my gin and tonic.
Pubs across the UK will soon start selling the pale ale to raise awareness about dementia and revive treasured times for seniors.
Connecting them to something that they've always done in the past, drinking, that they might not be doing in care homes now.
The Hoppiness Project is part of new research into improving older people's lives, something these gardening gurus are happy to toast to.
Cheers! I'm surprised we don't have a program like that in Wisconsin. Residents say growing hops help to improve their memory and boost their mood. The Hoppiness Project is running in a handful of care homes now and has plans to expand in the new year. Getting in the holiday spirit while getting active. The annual YMCA Jingle Bell Run was scheduled for Saturday. Unfortunately, the outdoor runs were canceled because of weather, but kids still had the chance to run in Rudolph's Dash indoors. The kids could run laps around the gym with Rudolph, Dasher, and Santa. The event helps support various YMCA programs like the Youth Food Program, Cancer Survivorship Programs, and their Youth Center.
We're really thankful to all of our staff who make this a possibility and the volunteers who sign up year after year just to make this a really fun morning for families.
After the run, kids and their families could participate in cookie decorating in the lobby. There was also story time with Santa and holiday music. McMillan says around 30 families were at the event. A local organization is raising money for Toys for Tots. The Pagan Society of the Cooley region, a nonprofit connecting pagans and pagan allies, held its second annual Krampus and BIPOC Santa fundraiser at Deaf Ear Records yesterday. For $5, folks could take a picture with Santa and Krampus and spend 5 minutes with them. Founder Zoe Stewart says it's a fundraiser that's near and dear to her heart.
I was homeless at age 13, and I didn't ever have toys. So this is something that kind of heals my inner child as well.
Last year, the Pagan Society of the Cooley region raised $200. This year, they hope to double that. A local event is helping families achieve food security this holiday season. The Education Association hosted its annual holiday meal and food distribution event Saturday. The event is designed to provide families with groceries and a traditional holiday meal, ensuring they have what they need during this festive time of year.
I think that food security is one of our goals for our families. We want to make sure that our kids are taken care of even when they're not in our four walls of our buildings. and families sometimes just need a little extra hand up to do that.
This year, the event will assist 140 families. The Hawks spread their wings over the weekend. Almost 150 students graduated from Viterbo University Saturday afternoon. The ceremony included a number of speeches from graduating students and Viterbo officials. Graduates say it's a bittersweet moment. They're sad to say goodbye, but are looking forward to the future.
I'm so excited to do this with some of my friends in the winter. I'm so grateful that Viterbo gave me this opportunity to pursue this education, as well as meeting a whole bunch of new people within the area. Yeah, I'm just so happy, so excited, and excited to move on in this new chapter in my life.
Growth also has some advice for new college students. She says to get involved on campus because you'll never know where you'll meet friends. Other graduates also say to make sure to enjoy your time on campus and don't be afraid to try new things. UWL students got to wear their caps and gowns as well over the weekend. UWL celebrated more than 600 graduates as they walked across the stage at the Lacrosse Center at its winter commencement ceremony. Graduates say they're excited for the future, with one of them telling News 8 she's planning on a career in education.
I don't know where yet, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
UWL's spring commencement ceremony will be at the Lacrosse Center in May. And now Art has a check on your morning travel conditions. Art, what do we have in store for us?
It's kind of a busy morning, my friend, and it'll be a busy afternoon as well. We start off with the dense fog right now. You take a look, we've got the last of the mild temperatures. We're only going into mild conditions today, then we're cold, but not as cold as last week. We have that dense fog, as I mentioned before, but we also have a low chance of a little bit of snow up there by Ladysmith and possibly Wausau today. Could be a mix of rain and snow. Dense fog out there right now, but the winds have been pushing through at about out of the southwest at about 10 miles per hour or so it's kind of blowing the fog out a little bit. Also, the roadways have been a little bit on the wet side, so we're seeing temperatures in Eau Claire just around, say, 36 degrees right now, and so we could see these get a little bit closer to near freezing where we get a little ice on the roadway, so please be careful. So that being said, you're going to see the snow, or I should say the fog, linger possibly into the late morning hours. This is supposed to linger till 9 for the dense fog advisory, but a fog tracker is showing us a little bit different. Here's some patchy to dense fog out there by Ladysmith, about 3 miles visibility down by Decorah, 1 mile visibility for Boscobel and Prairie du Chien. So a lot of those areas are putting that fog and low cloud activity into the area. You're seeing as we go right through into the 8 o'clock hour, fog is still with us, and dense fog is still with us until we get into the 11 o'clock hour. Once we get to the noon hour, it pretty much starts to get out of the way. Temperatures today mostly in the 30s widespread, and you can see it feels a lot colder on your skin up there by Ladysmith and areas by Eau Claire. So please be careful this early morning. Here's a look at your highs. Have a wonderful day and be safe out there.
Yeah, definitely giving some space. Yeah. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Melanie is turning 8 years old today. She loves animals and drawing and spending time with her family and friends.
Ames is also turning 8 years old today. He loves playing sports, drawing, and collecting sports cards.
How about Raylene is also turning 8 today. She loves to draw and the character Stitch.
If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button on the Home tab on our website.
All right, and we'll be right back after this.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
Or get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value. Plus, no monthly payments until next year.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
The most important value of our law firm is our commitment to our clients.
When I walked away from my first meeting with Schwabel, Getz, and Sievin,
I felt so special. I felt that I was going to be their #1 client, and that comfort that they gave me carried through my whole court case. I always felt that they were pushing for me, advocating for me. They never gave up.
You need an experienced attorney on your side. Schwabel, Getz & Sieben. Call or visit schwabel.com.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
All right, well, good morning to you as we get into the morning forecast here, looking at dense fog, and it is widespread across the region. You know, so Eau Claire is not in this, nor is Ladysmith, but they will see some patchy to dense fog this early morning. In fact, they already have. You're also looking at this continuing all the way down to the south and continuing on all the way, extending into areas by Iowa as well. Current visibility, you're also going to be seeing Ladysmith holding on to 5 miles visibility, Eau Claire at 6, but it's all pretty much down here by La Crosse at 3 miles visibility, 1 mile of visibility by Boscobel, areas right by Viroqua also, and some of this by Decorah. So all this is kind of moving up in towards areas right by La Crosse, and so some of the river valleys are already maybe in the fog, as well as some of the bluffs. Temperatures right now widespread in the 30s, as you can see, holding on to mostly stuck in the low to middle 30s to be exact. We're also holding on to, it feels like temperatures like 26 to 27 in Eau Claire, so it's pretty chilly up there right now. We're also seeing areas right by La Crosse at 35, pretty much the same as the local temperature. As we get into it, La Crosse is 35 under cloudy skies, patchy to dense fog out there with winds out of the southwest at 3 miles per hour now, so they're backing off, but it feels like it's 35 degrees. You get into Eau Claire, though, you look in the roadways, a little bit of fog out there right now, but you're seeing it's 35 degrees, cloudy skies, but it feels like it's 27. You know that already with winds out of the southwest up to 10 miles per hour. La Crosse will hold on to the cloudiness as we finish out the morning, going into the afternoon, and Eau Claire will do quite similar as well. Cloudy skies finishing out into the 2 o'clock hour as well, still holding on with temperatures in the 30s widespread. Now we're seeing the highs for the day. La Crosse will get up to about 41, Eau Claire about 37. Other areas down to the south, you're looking at upper 30s to the low 40s. Up to the north, you're looking at middle 30s to at least the upper 30s to around, say, temperatures holding on to a little bit of patchy fog and a little bit of rainfall. And of course, not only that, but a mix of rain and snow up by Ladysmith, by areas right by I-90. Now, up we're on the base of this right now. This is tracking up to St. Louis and Cincinnati, but it gets a little closer. The upper portion of that is actually brushing us as it goes by, so that may stir up a little bit of light rainfall popping in the picture. You'll see it right here by Sparta going into Decorah as well, and there it is by the 9 o'clock hour, stretching to the 11 o'clock hour, then it moves on out. Drier air starts to sneak in, and that's done. But we get into the 1 o'clock hour, you're looking at temperatures in the middle 30s to the low 40s. Rain and snow starts to track in up there by Ladysmith. High temperatures mostly 30s to the north, 40s as you get right around the south as well. Sparta still holding on to 39 degrees. Then we see that track right back over to areas right by Wausau, and it turns into snow with the mix well up to the north, and we are done with that. We'll pick up again going into Tuesday, where you're seeing a little bit of rain and snow possibly mixing in down to the south, and we'll see it come in by 3 o'clock, resting into La Crosse by about 5 o'clock. That continues to go wide, so snow possibly for 4 to 5 p.m. going right through your evening commute and then continuing on. As far as snow amounts, we're looking at limited amounts, maybe less than an inch working through your forecast as it cuts right through going into tomorrow. As far as your 8-day forecast is concerned, away we go with temperatures from 41 degrees today, and then at least colder conditions tomorrow around 34 for our high. Other temperatures will be down in the 30s and upper 20s. We're picking up more of that cold to finish out the remainder of the week with more snow for Tuesday and Thursday.
Acid reflux is a common issue that affects millions, but when does it become something more serious? Joining us today to discuss GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, is Dr. Matthew Broghammer, General Surgeon at Winona Health. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Yeah, we're happy to see you. So for those who might not know exactly what GERD is and how does it, so tell us that, and then also tell us how it differs from, occasional heartburn.
So GERD is gastroesophageal reflux disease, and that's a diagnosis. So that's the disease process itself, and that's where contents from the stomach, usually acid, will wash up into your esophagus. Heartburn, or the occasional heartburn, is a symptom of GERD. It's one of many symptoms. There's many other symptoms, but it's probably the most frequent symptom that people experience. So GERD is the disease and heartburn is the symptom.
Okay, and how do we know, which one we have, right?
Well, so if you have heartburn, you have GERD. But other symptoms might include just a feeling of indigestion or a little bit of an upset stomach. Some people will wake up with acid taste in their mouth, or they bend over and they get acid in their mouth. You might have a nighttime cough, or you just don't quite feel right after you eat.
Okay, and sometimes it feels like the food is maybe still stuck in the bread basket, right? Is that another common one?
Sure. That's a long-term complication of GERD where you can get enough swelling or a stricture in your esophagus that the food won't go down right away.
Okay.
Are there any lifestyle changes that can help manage GERD?
Yeah, GERD has a lot, or lifestyle has a lot to do with GERD. So smoking, alcohol, caffeine, fatty foods are big triggers. You think about Thanksgiving Day, we all have some caffeine, maybe some alcohol. We overeat, we all get a little bit of heartburn. So those are big triggers. Overeating affects it because you stretch your stomach and then you thin the sphincter mechanism that prevents GERD. But other things such as various herbs and spices like mint, garlic, oregano, pesto, basil, cinnamon, they can all trigger GERD as well.
Okay, yeah, I know caffeine is a big one for me. I gotta stick to 1 cup of coffee, right?
Yes.
So what if we do try the lifestyle changes, but they don't work? What's next? When do we know when we should speak with a physician?
Well, a lot of people will use just Tums or other similar agents like Maalox. And if you're having to take those, once a week or once a month or just Thanksgiving, you probably don't need to seek professional help.
Okay.
But if this is something that you're really having to take those over-the-counter remedies more common, then you should probably see your primary care provider. So if you're taking it every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, then you probably need to see someone about your symptoms.
Okay, good to know. And then is surgery an option, or what are some of the treatment options?
Surgery is an option, but generally before that we'll try you on what we call an H2 blocker, which is Pepcid or famotidine, or a PPI, which is like Prilosec, omeprazole, pantoprazole, those medications, and we'll see if those medications will control your symptoms first. Now, sometimes they will, or a lot of times they might, but there might be reasons you can't stay on those medications long term, or they might not control your symptoms adequately, and then you would need to consider surgical intervention, yes.
Okay, so I know you say popping the Tums a couple times, maybe a month or something, is okay. I know that on omeprazole and stuff, they say not to take that past 2 weeks. If you are doing that, just a couple times a month for longer than 2 weeks, well, what's the guidance there? Is that okay?
So if you're having to take a medication other than Tums or Maalox regularly, and I would define that as you're going to take it 3 or 4 times a week, more weeks than not, then you should really see someone about that. There are side effects associated with both the H2 blockers and the PPI therapies, so you want to make sure that you're aware of those side effects and that those side effects aren't something that are going to affect you long term.
Okay, all right, well, some great information there. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
I'm Tony DeCopel. Coming up on CBS Morning's Big News America, David shows us why tens of thousands of people are flocking to a town with a population of 2 to celebrate the holidays. And Vlad talks with Kennedy Center honoree director Francis Ford Coppola. All that coming up on CBS Mornings.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
My favorite part of Christmas, probably being able to go sledding. Getting to roll in the snow and do this. I really love how cozy and fun it is. My favorite song is Jingle Bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Things are a bit simpler as a kid. We realize not everyone has the same level of comfort and support this time of year. If you need help, please reach out. Peace of Mind Counseling wishes you a safe and happy holiday season.
Shop local this holiday season at the Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with A1 Vacuum, your partner in keeping the holiday spotless for over 75 years. Visit Ooh La La Consign and Furniture Annex for consigned and curated collections. A consignment shop that highlights the beauty and utility of previously loved items. Pop on down to the Gourmet Candy Shop. From fresh roasted nuts, fudge, domestic and European chocolates, make every celebration deliciously unforgettable. Shop Jackson Plaza today.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
With winter here, our job hasn't changed.
Winter weather advisory is still holding on.
The First Warn Weather Team is always ready to keep you safe and ahead of winter's worst.
Temperatures tumble down quickly.
So right now we do have that alert day for tonight and tomorrow for the snow.
See this band of snow passing through the area.
We're talking 25 to 30 below.
Breezy and gusty winds will ensue for tomorrow as well.
And you can always get us no matter where you are.
Keeping you safe. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
Happy holidays from Big Nevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Train dealer.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Time for your morning news now. 41-year-old Raymond Duke is heading to court today after a 6-year-old was accidentally shot in Elgin, Minnesota back in June. The 6-year-old suffered serious injuries to the abdomen and arms and was sent to the hospital. Duke faces possession of a firearm, 3 counts of endangerment of a child by firearm access, and negligent storage of a firearm a child can access. The Eau Claire Police Department is investigating a fatal stabbing that happened at the Do Dodge Inn on Saturday. According to police, a 911 call came in just after 6 p.m. reporting a stabbing inside the bar. Responding officers performed life-saving measures on the victim, who was taken to a local hospital where they later died from their injuries. Police have arrested a suspect, and officials confirmed this was an isolated incident. ECPD says more information will be released as it becomes available. Drivers who live near Grandad Bluff may need to take some extra time to get to work this morning. Bliss Road will be closed between 29th Street and Grandad Bluff Roads this morning. That's according to a release. Crews are expected to be replacing guardrails along Bliss Road until Wednesday. A detour route will not be posted during the closure. The Cooley Region Humane Society is looking for foster families. Yesterday, the group held an informational session for anyone interested in fostering animals that aren't suited for a shelter environment. The shelter is offering an open space for people to ask questions and learn more about why fostering is so important for animals. Foster families can offer more individualized training and socialization for animals, oftentimes giving them a better chance to succeed when they reach their forever home.
Been one of the best things that we've ever done, we've done mostly cats, but taking in a kitten that's not doing well, watching them get healthy, and then watching them go to a forever home where they're loved and get to grow up and live a normal cat life is amazing.
If you are interested in fostering, you can fill out an application on the Cooley Region Humane Society's website. We have that link on our digital platforms. The Hawks spread their wings over the weekend. Almost 150 students graduated from Viterbo University Saturday afternoon. The ceremony included a number of speeches from graduating students and Viterbo officials. Graduates say it's a bittersweet moment. They're sad to say goodbye, but are looking forward to the future.
I'm so excited to do this with some of my friends in the winter. I'm so grateful that Viterbo gave me this opportunity to pursue this education, as well as meeting a whole bunch of new people within the area. Yeah, I'm just so happy, so excited, and excited to move on in this new chapter of my life.
Growth also has some advice for new college students. She says to get involved on campus because you'll never know where you'll meet your friends. Other graduates also say to make sure to enjoy your time on campus and don't be afraid to try new things. UWL students also got to wear their caps and gowns over the weekend. UWL celebrated more than 600 graduates as they walked across the stage at the Lacrosse Center at its winter commencement ceremony. Some of them included Alice Simblack, who are planning on becoming a teacher. She's excited for the next chapter.
I don't know where yet, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
UWL's spring commencement ceremony will be at the Lacrosse Center in May as well.
All right, you may want to start your day a little bit early. There's patchy to dense fog out there right now. Visibilities are quite low, around 3 miles of visibility in some locations. We're also going to see some wet roads out there as well, so they may turn into ice, so please be careful. I'm talking about light ice. We could see a little bit of rain and snow working through the area as well. Some rainfall down by Decorah as well as Sparta, and then kind of skirting a little bit to the east with snow up along I-90 by Ladysmith and Wausau. We'll get into the highs for the day. 41 degrees today, mild. Colder tomorrow, and then colder for the remainder of the week, with snow coming back again for Tuesday as a 40% chance and a 70% chance on Thursday.
Avengers Assemble. A deputy found Captain America on the side of the road after his motorbike broke down. The deputy personally paid for a tow truck to ensure the bike was taken to a safe location. This allowed Captain America to continue his journey to his planned destination, a children's hospital. Oh, love to see that. Are you a Marvel fan?
I'm a Marvel fan. Yes,
for sure. Okay, who's your favorite?
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, Iron Man's pretty cool, but you get into it, I don't know, isn't it Wonder Woman? Was she in one of those?
She's in DC.
She's in DC.
I mean,
okay.
she's pretty awesome too. I would say Iron Man's my favorite as well, of like the core. I guess Black Widow too. I think that she's pretty cool.
Yeah, she is pretty cool.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is pretty fantastic. So yeah, so with this weather coming up too, seems like we have some snow on the way. Are you looking forward to the snow? I know it's new to Art.
Who was looking forward to snow, living in snow? I am not, but I'm sure you guys are. And everybody's saying it's not much anyway. Wait till we get into real winter, right?
Oh, for sure. It'll be nice to have hopefully a white Christmas though. That's something I definitely would like to see.
The deal is though, we're still having an El Nino right now. It's a weak El Nino, so that means we may see warmer conditions and limited amount of snow for the winter.
Oh, okay. I would love to see that because after the holidays, I'm done. I am completely done with it. I just want to like go right to spring and then right to summer because that January, February, it feels really long, Art.
Yeah, you sound like Alexander. They're two peas in a pod.
Well, thank you, Art, and thank you for waking up with us this morning. We'll see you at noon.